His collegiate accomplishments made him Cleveland's #1 draft choice, where he struggled for 5 long seasons. It is as a Ram, however, under John Robinson again, where Charles White has been most happy. With Eric Dickerson gone last week against St. Louis, White gained 213 yards, his NFL career best, as he led the Rams to victory. But Charles White isn't the only one whose career has taken a sudden turnaround. Doug Williams spent 5 seasons with Tampa Bay, leading the Bucs to the playoffs 3 times. But contract squabbles found him in a different uniform, belonging to a different league, the USFL. Acquired by the Redskins last year as a backup to Pro Bowler Jay Schrader, Williams came off the bench last week and led Washington to a win over the Lions. Tonight, Doug Williams of the Redskins, Charles White of the Rams, on ABC's NFL Monday Night Football. ABC Sports presents NFL Monday Night Football. This is our 18th season, and with those years, so many of memory. Because of the injuries to James Brooks. Hayes, there they come. He's going to get the first down. Jeff Hayes in a full sprint. And I don't believe this.
3rd down and 2. Woody Bennett goes in motion, and they give it to Hampton. Big hole out in front. And nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown on the ground.
Nation's capital on a beautiful night for football. It's a cool, quiet November evening. And, of course, when you talk football in Washington, you talk the Redskins, who tonight meet the Rams from Los Angeles. Hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Gifford, and welcome to Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium. It's, of course, sold out tonight for the Washington Redskins and the Los Angeles Rams. The Redskins on top of the Eastern Division of the NFC. They are 7-2 and a win tonight, and they will go 3 up on the much-hated Dallas Cowboys, at least here in the nation's capital. The Redskins have defeated the Rams 5 consecutive times, and even the fact that, well, that they changed quarterbacks last week, that should not affect their play tonight. They are strong, they are pulled together, and they feel they are just starting to play this year. Meanwhile, the Rams are a troubled football team. They are 2-7. They are history as far as the Western Division of the NFC is concerned, where San Francisco reigns on top at 8-2. They have a lot of problems, and I think John Robinson, even though he would never say it, would like to, well, maybe have all of those future draft picks he's collected playing for him tonight. To tell you a little bit more about the Rams, my colleague Al Michaels. Al?
Well, Frank, the irony is when the season started, a lot of people thought the Rams were legitimate Super Bowl contenders because they had Eric Dickerson and they had an emerging Jim Everett. Dickerson is gone. Everett's been struggling. This is a team obviously very much in transition. The scary thing for the Rams right now is they may not have bottomed out at this point, despite last week's victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. And not only that, they've got a staggering defense. They've had special teams problems. They have Charles White, of course, who did well last week, but they're worried about the future at running back. They're also an old team. The Rams have 11 players 30 years of age or older, second most among all the teams in the National Football League. And by contrast, their rivals in the NFC West, the up-and-coming New Orleans Saints, have nobody over 30. So here come the Rams, 2-7 against the Washington Redskins with a mark of 7-2. But there's only been one story, Dan, in Washington all week long.
You're right, Al, and it's the quarterback controversy. And really what it involves is Pro Bowler of last year, Jay Schrader, being benched in favor of Doug Williams. Well, if you're going to have a quarterback controversy, at least have 2 quarterbacks that can play. And clearly the Washington Redskins have 2. Doug Williams came in last week, a pair of second-quarter touchdown passes. He took them to a win over Detroit. Jay Schrader, sure, he's discouraged, but every great quarterback in this league has had to ride the lumber for a while, and he's going to have to do it for a bit here in Washington. How about the players? Do they care? Hey, absolutely not. They don't care if the quarterback is black or white, tall or short. Only can he call the plays, can he throw the ball, and can he lead them to a couple touchdowns. The Redskins tonight, they want one thing. They want to continue to win. They want to go to 8-2. They know the Bears and the 49ers are already there. And with 5 games left, it's not too early to think about who's going to be home for the playoffs.
Redskins to a 7-point victory over the Detroit Lions. Several seasons at Tampa Bay, then to the USFL. George Rogers has a groin pull, so we'll see about him. He'll start, and Monk and Clark wide, and a double tight end setup with the men up front, including Derek Grills, a rookie at left guard, and a revamped offensive line. From the 33, Williams on a short roll throws and hits the tight end Don Warren. And Washington, as you know, using a 2 tight end setup for a number of years. And that's just his 3rd catch of the year. The 3-4 for the Rams with Reed, Meissner, and Doss. They lost Giroux to a knee injury, so at linebacker they're thin, and there are the 4. And then the corners are Gray and Urban with Johnny Johnson and Vince Newsom, the safeties. With both wide receivers to the left on 3rd down and what would be 2.5 from the 41. And Williams gets buried back at the 33-yard line, and if the ball's alive, the Rams have a touchdown. And there's nothing to indicate it's not as Wilcher takes it in. Gary Jeter dislodged the ball from the grasp of Williams, and Wilcher cashes it in for 6 to an applauding John Robinson.
Had made their moves. It was Bryant trying to get out of the backfield. He was knocked off as he tried to get out of the backfield, and Williams had just no place to put it.
And a good look inside. Gary Jeter just fights off the block of Derek Grills, takes the inside, and interestingly enough, Doug Williams with that fumble gives the touchdown to the Rams, and it was a fumble last week in the game against Detroit that got Jay Schrader removed from the ball game.
The Rams get the initial break and lead 7-0.
The ball must be moving forward for it to be an incomplete forward pass. Another look at Doug Williams, who initially gets a good protection. Jeter with the hustle. A close call, but the ball appeared to be stationary when he's hit by Jeter. A fumble all the way, and the big underdog has the early lead.
When it does come forward, but I think he was kind of pulling it in. It just depends on how you interpret it. There it is. Back, hard to tell. You see it from 2 or 3 different angles. They did not take long in deciding, Dan.
The arm motion from that angle didn't look like he's throwing the ball. Let's look at it from behind once more. This is extremely close. You can see the cock of the ball, and the ball did move forward a bit.
It's history now, and it's 7-0 LA. And from the 22-yard line, it's Williams pump faking right, looking left, and then shooting it over the middle to the safety valve. And that's George Rogers who takes it out to the 30-yard line. 3rd and inches, and it's Reggie Branch in the backfield with Rogers. Didier in motion, and it's Rogers, and Rogers gets buried before he can get the first down. He is pushed back by Carl Eckert for his first offensive play at the 19-yard line as Jim Everett goes back to pass and shoots it out to Charles White, and White takes it out to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams. Jim Everett, drafted by Houston, didn't sign, and then the Rams picked him up last year after the season had begun. And they paid a hefty price for him. Goulman and White are the running backs. Brown and Ellard can fly, but are having a lot of trouble catching the ball. And the offensive line, and we'll see about Dennis Harrah and how much he can play. He's got a bad back. It's Charles White going nowhere. Dropped behind the line by Monty Coleman, and the Rams are looking at a 3rd and about 4.
He was successfully in the playoffs last year against the Bears and Doug Flutie. Look for it again tonight to take away the Ram running game.
3rd and 4, and 4 receivers going to the pattern, and the pass is knocked down at the 31-yard line. Damone Johnson, the intended receiver, and Monty Coleman with the coverage.
Pankey had his jersey and his face mask.
Rams should have been kicking from deeper in their own territory. They got away with one. Short punt by Hatcher, and it takes a Washington bounce, and it's down at the 49-yard line. Joe Gibbs came here in 1981. Tonight is his 99th regular season game, and as you can see, only those coaches have won 70 or more through 100. Gibbs could wind up with 72 and be behind only Brown and Lombardi at the 50. Warren goes in motion. And off play action, and a lot of protection. It's knocked down in the secondary at the 34-yard line. Clark wanted an interference call on the play by Jerry Gray, reaching in to knock it down.
If anything, get him ready for next year.
3rd and long, 3rd and 11 from the 48. Williams steps up and has it batted down. It'll be 4th down. It was terrific. After the strike, terrible. But tonight, a 50-yarder on his first effort. Whoa! And a flag is down as he goes down, and it's taken to the 13-yard line. It's fair caught there by Hicks, but it doesn't matter because Jerry Gray avoided one penalty, but not another. He's the man. 87.
Now that's marginal.
Yeah. You mean it's marginal on Gray's defense?
Yes.
That's roughing the punter all the way.
All the way.
You just can't touch the man when he's got his leg.
10 Washington at the Ram 46-yard line, and Doug Williams fires one over the middle for a first down to Clint Goodyear to the 30-yard line for a gain of 16.
Had over 30 catches a season.
And tonight each man has one, so they had 5 combined coming in. And on first down, busting through the middle goes Rogers down to about the 24-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 4 upcoming. It doesn't seem as if John Robinson has been around that long, but he sets a mark tonight. No Ram coach has ever coached more games in the history of the franchise. 3rd down and 4 with 5 receivers going into the pattern, and over the middle for a first down, it's Ricky Sanders.
7 or 8 yards.
Williams is 4 out of 6 for 40 yards, and on first down, it's Rogers tripped up by Newsome, as Newsome, the 50-year safety out of the University of Washington, comes busting through to turn it into a loss. Win, they'll pay off. 2nd and 13. As Williams throws to the end zone, touchdown, Art Monk.
Well, watch his move. Here's Art up here. He's going to go down to the 5, make a break to the inside, and then back into the end zone, and lined up against him, Jerry Gray just gets completely lost on the play. Watch Art sell it to the inside. Oh, rather to the outside, excuse me, and then the break into the end zone. For some reason, Jerry Gray comes all the way up and bites on the ball.
Ali Haji hitting the upright and bouncing back. And so that lets a little air out of the balloon. After Monk scores the touchdown, Haji Sheik, the erratic one who had that fabulous rookie year with the Giants a few seasons ago, hits the upright. And with 5:46 to play in the first period,
Doug Williams again stayed alive on this, and Monk really gave him a lot of help. Monk to the outside. Now, Gray comes up thinking Williams is going to run it. I don't know. And Monk is there all alone.
How much you want to bet that Doug Williams sold that little move to the outside with a pump fake? That's what froze Jerry Gray, brought him up, and Art Monk takes it into the end zone. That's
caught about a quarter of the passes, has more. He has one more. Ron Brown, the runner out from the goal line, and the Olympic gold medal winner with a flag dropped on the play, takes it out to the 17, Raven Caldwell, and with emphasis.
Illegal block during the return, number 52, receiving team. Half the distance to the goal line, first down.
Larry Kelm. Everett throwing, and it's knocked down. Damone Johnson, the intended receiver, and the safety man Alvin Walton. 3rd down and 10 now. Heller in motion, and they try to trick him by keeping it on the ground, and that doesn't trick Monty Coleman. He buries White, and the Rams will kick from the end zone.
So the Washington Redskins respect the passing game of the Rams. It's not going to change.
Hatcher to kick. Yarber takes it right at the 50 and pays the price after a 2-yard run back. Michael Stewart, number 23, dropping him there at the 45. Rams lead by a point late first quarter. There's a flag down, and the pass is caught at the 28-yard line by Gary Clark. He gets dropped by Nolan Cromwell. The Rams surged across. Looked like Gary Jeter came across, and the only question is, was he drawn or not?
Pressure, that's Jeter. Little quick move, trying to get inside and get through Joe Jacoby to the inside, and Williams reading it all the way. as the time to unload it and just splitting the gap downfield. Big pickup.
And I think Williams is a little shaken up after the play. Let's look and see how he gets hit. I don't know if he got hit right in the face that time.
10 at the 27-yard line, and it's Williams again, and he flips it out to Bryant. He can throw it because it was a backward pass. He goes to the end zone, and it's tipped away by Vince Newsom. That's the first pass that Bryant has thrown in his NFL career. Williams now shoots one over the middle. Gary Clark has it, and Clark takes it inside the 10. Third and goal from the 8. Williams, pressure, throws over the middle, but only a 2-yard gain. As the pass is caught by Sanders and well shy of the goal line. 4th down, and on comes the field goal unit. 22-yard attempt. And this time it's good. So Haji Sheik is now 6 out of 8 this season, and Washington takes a 2-point lead with 53 seconds to play in the period.
I think he can help him by calling a couple passes on first down. They're not going to run with any great success against Washington on first down.
Haji Sheik kicks it down to Brown at the 5, the 20, and he can fly the 30.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
And right. Brown out in front, and that man won a gold medal in the Olympics, and only Green can catch him, and he can't. He's in there for the touchdown.
2 fastest men perhaps in the NFL.
Yep. Darrell Green was the NFL's fastest man in 85, and then Brown won it in 86, 95 yards. And the same Ron Brown who last week fumbled and had the Cardinals turn it into a touchdown on the opening kickoff of the second half.
Turn for the gold medals from the 84 Olympics. Look at the wedge. Now you'll see the Redskins break the wedge, but once he finds a little opening, splits it off to the left. Now 28 is Darrell Green, and this is a great sprint. Forget Ali Haji Sheik. He's got no shot at all, but Green had a little bit of an angle on Brown, and Brown is carrying the football. That's one of the great sprints to the corner.
Turn. It is. Touchdown. Fourth for a touchdown. In 1985, he ran 3 back for scores, and he does it here in 1987. The last time he did it against San Francisco in December of 85, and with Lansford's extra point, the Rams are back on top. So the Rams not doing anything offensively, but Wilcher scoring on a fumble return and Brown on a kickoff return, and L.A. leads by a handful.
And it is a little bit blinding. There is the break of the wedge. Brown reads it quickly, cuts back on Sheik, and then it's the foot race, and perhaps Darrell Green could have used a little more of the field, but I'll tell you, they're both flying. Great sprinters.
The score is Los Angeles 14, Washington 9, and we'll return to RFK Stadium after this message and a word from your local station. Flashback to an old Rams-Redskins game. This when the Rams were in Cleveland. This was the NFL Championship game in 1945, and it was ice cold at Cleveland Municipal Stadium as Frank Vilchak of Washington, who was replacing Sammy Baugh, hit Steve Bagaris for a 38-yard touchdown reception. Washington led by a score of 7-2, but Bob Waterfield of the Rams was a rookie, and he hit Jim Benton for a touchdown here. And Waterfield was a jack of all trades. He also was the place kicker. He gave Cleveland a 9-7 lead, and the final was 15-14, the Cleveland Rams, and that was the end of the Cleveland Rams. They moved to L.A. the very next year. Charles White takes the ball on first down out to the 34-yard line, winning and covering just about every spread you could think of.
Never have 6 total yards look so good on the scoreboard.
2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line, and a quick slant to Brown, and he has a first down. The speedster taking it out to the 47-yard line, and a little slow in rising. Tackle made by Malak.
Barry Wilburn was all along.
Now White takes the ball over the 50 and into Skins territory, where he's stopped by Bowles. 2nd down 5 from the 48. Rams ahead by 5 early second quarter. The upback, the fullback, and that's big Mike Gooman in his 8th season from Penn State. He takes it to the 44. He's short of the first down by 1. Darrell Grant, number 77, in on the tackle.
And some kind of trade for the Rams.
3rd and a yard, and there's White diving for that yard and a couple more. And a first down for Los Angeles at the 42-yard line. 41-yard line, moving in the Ram line, and the whistles had blown the play dead, so the rest of it doesn't matter. Damone Johnson was the man down there, but Irv Pankey caused the cessation of the play.
False start, number 75, offense.
From the 49-yard line. Everett throwing to Goulman, and he makes the catch down the sideline and is tackled at the 16-yard line. Mike Goulman, seldom used as a receiver. Wilburn and Kaufman back there to make the tackle. Single day. 2nd and 6. White hit hard at the 10. He's about 4 yards shy of the first. 3rd and 4 from the 10. And Everett is in the grasp of Dexter Manley.
Oh, he's quick. He's changing the whole character of this game.
Steve Dills to do the holding. He's a backup quarterback. And the kick, despite Lansford's bad back, and remember, he can't kick off, but he can kick field goals, and that one is perfect with 8:32 to play in the first half. 3-yard line. Didier is the man in motion. And Williams throws, and off the hands of Art Monk, who has now dropped 2 tonight.
Quarterback, and Doug Williams has to get some help from his veteran ball player.
2nd down and 10. Williams over the middle, and that one is a little bit behind Gary Clark and off his hands as well. Monk in motion. And Williams gets rid of it.
I think they...
But did they call it? They did. They in the grasp. It's a sack anyway. Kevin Green had him wrapped up, number 91, back at the 25-yard line. And the Rams ahead by 8. Cox is kicked, fielded at the 39-yard line by Hicks, who wishes he had fair caught it. Barry Wilburn is down there, and Dennis Woodbury gets credit for the tackle. Everett's been well below, but tonight he's averaging 10 yards a pass. And on first down, he's going deep, and he's going for Brown, and it's incomplete. Brown had gotten behind Barry Wilburn, and Everett hits the deck as well.
Well, he's
down to 10.
Jim Everett hurt his knee. He took a shot right on his left leg. That time on the pass rush, the Skins came with the blitz, and I think Rich Malott, number 57, landed right on Jim Everett's leg.
This is one you don't snap with your arm. You have to put your body into it. He stretches out, and there it is. There's the contact. And it is Malott into that left leg, and Everett grabs it. In
4 games after starting all 3.
Something very valuable right there if you're Jim Everett. He was wearing a protective knee brace on that left leg, as you see them go right to the knee. And that brace, we can only speculate, certainly couldn't have hurt things any.
That's interesting to you, Dan. You know more about knees than me, but they look to the outside of the knee.
Well, they're looking. You notice them flexing the knee. They're testing the strength of the ligaments in his knee. Those doctors know what kind of flexibility he has in that knee, and they're looking to see if there's any more.
3rd down and 8, and look out! And Dills is in the grasp, and that's a sack for Dexter Manley.
Well, I don't know if that play ever got underway. The 30-second clock may have expired. Had somewhat of a free shot at a quarterback. It's easy to say. I didn't hear the whistle.
3rd and 13, and they give it to White, and Charles takes it out to the 46, but he's short of the first down by 3. 3rd down and 6 from the 15-yard line. And Williams going deep for Clark and undershoots him. Clark had gotten out in front of Gray, but the pass was underthrown. And a touchdown. And the Rams with 10 men up at the line.
They think they can get it.
And they rush 9 of them, and they get it. At the 1-yard line, Nolan Cromwell, who blocked one last week against St. Louis, and it led to a Jerry Gray touchdown, blocks another one.
They have come close on every occasion. It was almost inevitable they were going to get it.
It would be the right end spot, tight end spot. 1st and goal, diving in is White. No signal yet. Still no signal.
If he's not in the
now it's in. Yeah, you can hear the Rams barking.
They just couldn't find him.
Yeah, that's right.
Too.
He's an athlete.
Watch Barry Wilburn come in from the left and make the hit. 45. Watch how well he times this. And
that launching pad was about the 3-yard line for Charlie White. You saw he can get some elevation and some distance.
Stills holding, and that kick is no good. He hooked it. He hooked it, and that's a pretty important miss right there, because that keeps Washington within 2 touchdowns. Otherwise, they would have needed at least 3 scores.
Airs tonight, and many during the past 2 games.
1st and 10 from the 13, and the pass is caught by Clark, and he takes the football out to the 30-yard line, or close to it. He is stopped there by Jerry Gray for a first down with 3:42 to play in the half.
Yep.
1st and 10 at the 29. Underneath to Monk, who makes a nice catch on a pass behind him at the 33-yard line for a minimal gain, a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Keep in mind, too, Washington has spent one of its timeouts. They did that in the first quarter. They have 2 remaining. 3rd and 5. 2.5 to go in the half. Williams, complete, hits Monk, and Monk off to the races inside the 30, the 20. Art Monk is inside the 10 to the 6.
And he's the motion man. Look at Art come in motion, go between 2 of his own receivers, Didier, and then just sit for the ball. And Frank, this surprises people as Gray overplays it.
Good concentration by Monk. Looked it into his hands. He had dropped a couple already tonight, and this one he looked all the way in. But Monk was a part-time running back at Syracuse, where he broke a lot of records as a receiver.
But by Gray, and that was the key. 61-yard gain, 1st and goal, and Rogers bulls down to the 1.5. Newsom, who saved the touchdown, makes the tackle here along with Doug Reed. Rogers powers his way to the 1, setting up 3rd down and goal.
Rogers is Carvello. He used to be a nose tackle with Atlanta.
On 3rd and goal, Rogers doesn't get it. Williams keeps and is in for the touchdown as the Rams bit, and Williams rolls for the score.
Oh, what a good call. And they made it look so good.
And that is a play right out of John McKay's playbook. How many times did we see Doug Williams in an orange jersey playing for Tampa Bay on that same sort of a play down on the goal line?
That's Carvello, the lead block. Cromwell bought it all the way, number 21. He would have had the outside contained. And he looked at Carvello, saw Carvello, the smoke coming out of his nostrils. But
and this time they kick it short, and it's taken up at the 19-yard line by Mike McDonald. And he brings it back to the 30, and we got a scuffle.
Norwood Van is one of the players. He's the Ram involved.
We don't see Julio Cesar Chavez out there. Neither did Edwin Rosario the other night.
I think Raven Caldwell might have been the Redskin who was going cheek to cheek with Norwood there.
A good first half, an interesting one in Washington. Rams ahead by 7, and will return to RFK Stadium after this message from the NFL and a word from your locals. 30 minutes.
Funny numbers. Keep in mind, all that has really mattered in this game so far has been mistakes. The majority of them on the special teams, blocked punts, missed extra points, kickoff returns, 4 touchdowns. And that yardage for Los Angeles is very deceiving because they've been the beneficiary of better special teams play. Second half for the Rams.
that did look a little better that way. He took a shot from the helmet. A little closer shot there, and you could see that he did roll with it.
Williams with 177 yards, and keep in mind that a couple of those passes would have gone for good yardage, but they were dropped. Art Monk in particular, who came back with the long run and the catch, dropped 2.
Dale Hatcher, a floating short kick, and Marker is down, and the ball rolls back toward Ram territory at the 34-yard line. Yarber and Bowles colliding on a play.
Holding number 46 on the receiving team while the ball was in the air. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Dennis Woodbury.
Oh, that's even bigger. The ball hits the ground.
3rd and 10 from the 44. Williams, a bullet over the middle, and it's at the 28-yard line. If it's a catch, it's also a fumble. And what are they saying? No catch. Incomplete. Rams set up a return this time as they sent two men back and let it bounce. And if the Skins can down it, and they do, the Rams are very deep in their own territory.
Natural turf will do it every time.
Rams are 1 for 7 on third down. And it's White. And White gets banged down at about the 11-yard line. And if they spot it right there, and they do, he is short of the first down. But the kick from the end zone. And this is another good kick. And it's fielded at the 44 by Yarber. And Yarber brings it down to the 47. So it's just about where he would have been anyway. Doug Williams leading the Skins at the Ram 47, 1st and 10. LA ahead by 7. Bryant. Inside the 40, and Kelvin is rolled down at the 27-yard line.
A very decisive run. Follows Donnie Warren, his tight end, who makes the good lead block, and then no hesitation. Oh, and here he picks up a block by Art Monk. It allows him to get down the sidelines, and on the first down play,
Full groin, and he's on the bench. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Bryant again. And Kelvin for a gain of close to 7.
Another big block by Joe Carvella. He's outland.
2nd and 4. Bryant. Caravello does his job on the play with a nice block into the 13th for a first down, and Don Warren laid a beauty out to pave it for Bryant.
Recovered.
3rd down, a little less than 10 at the 12-yard line. And the pass is batted away by Gray.
Oh, he's made some great plays tonight, Jerry Gray.
And one bad one, though, when he overplayed the catch and run by Monk.
Because Williams did not want to go there first.
gaudy numbers by Haji Sheikh inside the 29-yard line. A perfect 25 for 25 over the course of his career.
And this one is from 29 yards out. And another one. 26 for 26 is Ali Haji Sheikh out of the University of Michigan. Hail to the victors. 10 at the 35-yard line. White, big hole to the 45, close to a first down.
Resumed his former lead as the NFL's leading rusher.
Goldman across midfield to the 47. There's a qualifier to White, though. He did play through the strike.
Every year in Cleveland, huh?
Yeah.
Very cold there in the
That's what you want of that. To the 44-yard line. And a first down for White. 44. Everett for Brown. He's out in front, and he drops it.
How could he?
Getting a right hand on Brown's right arm. Clearly, you can see Brown. He'll make his break to the inside. Now let's watch Wilburn.
Good recovery by Wilburn. He was turned completely around. No strip. He just didn't handle it.
He just dropped it clean.
Good move by Brown to turn Wilburn around, and a perfectly thrown football.
And Brown has great speed, but you need the hands to go with him. Damone Johnson, the flex tight end on this play, takes it to the 38-yard line. And the Rams will have a third and about 4 upcoming. We have played a dozen games together. You would figure with Everett's arm and Brown's speed somewhere, somehow. 3rd and 4. Everett chased, lofts it up, incomplete, and a marker is down. A flag is down in the secondary. Hoffman,
number 55, defense, 5 yards, first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. White takes it down to the 21-yard line, and a first down. And the Heisman Trophy winner, 79, George Rogers, won it in 80. 22, it's White again. No blocking and no nothing.
And I think that's a good look at Charlie White.
At the 26. For Brown, makes the catch, touchdown.
That's the hard one.
Ron Brown.
Same same drive to the same guy.
They went back to it. This time they did not have man-for-man coverage. They had some kind of a combination, either a zone or some key combination. And Everett was right there. There's Wilburn, and he had help on the inside. It got there too late with too little.
And it was real close as to whether or not he crossed the plane. But Brown, who ran a kickback for a touchdown, runs this one back, or makes the catch, and they say he gets in.
A perfect throw by Jim Everett. Ron Brown doesn't have to do much again. Is he in the end zone? Yeah. I think the plane of the ball broke the goal line, or at least, gentlemen, close enough to count.
We're getting very picky.
This half. 1 for 6 now as Bryant makes the catch and scrambles out to the 26-yard line, and that will set up a 3rd down and 4. Bryant can't hold it. Would have been a first had he been able to hold it.
Oh, the late flag comes in late.
Very late.
Ball was dead. The whistle was blown.
Number 91, defense, after the ball was dead, 15 yards, first down.
Pass out of the backfield.
2nd and 5, and it's Bryant busting his way across the 50 for a first down, or what should be anyway. Owens and Green. And the catch is made by Clint Didier. Fake to Monk over the middle. And the catch is made by Warren at the 22-yard line.
Drive, they've been productive.
3rd and 5 at the 22-yard line. And Williams releases to Bryant for the first down inside the 10-yard line. Taken down by Newsom.
And Doug Williams alternating his receivers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
On 1st and goal, Bryant. A 3-yard gain down to the 6, and that will end the period. Rodgers is back in the game. Fake to Rodgers, pass into the end zone, caught, touchdown. Art Monk.
What a read by Williams.
He's 6.
Let's take a look at the touchdown catch by Art Monk. Here's Art right here. Now he's going to run a simple pattern here, but watch how the Ram defense drops back. But then when they all move up, Williams, who's rolled out, waits for them to clear and then makes the throw. Now there's Didier in motion. Now watch how the Ram defense collapses to the inside. There's the free safety, Johnny Johnson. They all move that way. Williams waits for Monk to clear and delivers an easy touchdown pass.
Remaining in the 4th period. And White, with those clean hands, takes it out to the 48-yard line.
Once one person has it on, everyone has it within 3 or 4 plays.
White on 3rd and 2 tries to pick up the first down with a little slicing dive, and may have it. 1st and 10. White. Nice run by Charles, and he has a first down at the 36-yard line.
A lot of ball for him.
At the 36, there he is again for a gain of about 6 to the 30-yard line. He is stopped by Darrell Grant. You got some pressure because the pass drafts have been so bad. 3rd and 3, and it's caught by Gulman, who takes it to the 24-yard line. They picked up Mike Shadd last year, and he hasn't played. Donald Evans this year, and he hasn't played. Rams lead by 4. White, back of Gulman. Down to the 20-yard line. This is what Robinson loves now, especially late in the game, and it was manifested perfectly last week against St. Louis.
Everett right now, as far as not having to be instantly productive and produce a winner.
White on 2nd and 6 picks up a first down to the 13-yard line.
On a first down, you pop that thing. Don't get yourself where you have to throw it.
Brown and Ellard. Ellard's been sidelined to the left, and Damone Johnson flexes out to the right. And he's looking for Johnson in the end zone, and it's picked off by Alvin Walton.
relatively easy play. Watch him do a 360 here, Frank, and go right back to the quarterback.
Absolutely. Second rule for the pass. If he's not there, and you know you're not going to have him, throw the thing out of the end zone. You give up 3 points that way.
How many times have you seen a defensive back in this position play the receiver and not the ball? Not Walton. Perfect.
First turnover of the night from the 20. Here come the Skins on 1st and 10. Little screen over the middle to Kelvin Bryant, who picks up 9 to the 29. 8 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 1 at the 29. First down for Bryant. Out to the 32-yard line, and a marker. Reggie Doss and Carl Eckern in on the stop.
I don't know who he was aiming at.
Holding number 63, offense, still second down.
Williams, good coverage in the secondary and the sack. Kevin Green, number 91, getting the sack. Nobody got open. 7 minutes to go in the fourth. And White takes it out to the 41-yard line.
Makes the play, but the Rams have been moving the ball on the ground, and you see why. Charlie White over 100 yards on the ball game, and he shows no signs of slowing down.
On 2nd and 7, they call his number again, and he gets it out to the 47-yard line, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2 for the Rams. And White gets bottled up. Marcus Cook, number 74, in on the tackle. The man who created it.
Present the Redskins in the Travelers Man of the Year was announced at the Super Bowl.
Skins at the 27, and Williams has Didier open, and he makes the catch at the 50-yard line. Stopped by Johnny Johnson, and a big 22-yard pickup.
And that hurt. You never get over admiring somebody like a Didier. He'll turn his back to the defender, and he knows he's coming. It did hurt, too.
Blitzed by Wilcher in the grass. That's a sack. That's a sack. Forget the rest of the play. This means nothing here. The play is over.
And it's a 2-part rule. Has to be in the grass and in control of the defender. I guess we could.
And what he does really is force Everett to pass, and he throws for a first down out at the 41 to Henry Ellard. So now it comes back to burn you. You've burned a timeout, and now the Rams start a new sequence. Ellard left, Brown right on 3rd and 7, and they give it to White, and they stop him at the 45-yard line. And it's Manley and Bowles in on the tackle, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
The touchdown.
From the 30. Williams under pressure, dumps it off for Bryant, and he's going to stay in bounds at the 39, and the Redskins have to hurry it up. And it's caught, but again, the clock keeps running. It's Didier at the 47-yard line. And it is a catch, they say, at the 48. I don't know that does Washington that much good. 5 at the 48-yard line. Pressure on. He escapes the grass. He goes deep, but only the Rams are there. There are all kinds of flags, and it's dropped by Johnson.
Gary Clark was held. He tried to break it downfield.
The call is interference, number 20, defense, first down.
40 seconds now. At the 43-yard line.
Well, they're going to move
wait
it up
a
to the
second.
31.
From the spot.
They
They
had it
originally
marked.
put it down outside the 40. It goes to the 31. Now it is a big deal.
That's the difference between defensive holding, which is 5 yards and a first down, and interference. Not the situation.
2nd and 10 from the 31. Williams firing it, and it is caught out of bounds at the 15. Goes Gary Clark. First down. At the 15-yard line. And Williams looks in that direction and goes to the end zone. No. Art Monk.
Oh, I thought he had a touchdown.
On a pickup. Good block by Bryant.
And there is Monk. Art Monk, for the second time tonight, third time tonight in reality, dropped
To the right this time. And Monk goes in motion. For Monk again. Can't hold it. Intercepted by Irvin. Leroy Irvin has just salted it for the Rams.
Oh, and what nightmares for Art Monk tonight. A difficult ball in the sense that it was thrown hard in traffic. Art Monk is going to take a hit, but this is a pass again that he has to catch. It's a well-thrown ball by Doug Williams.
Beautifully thrown. One you catch if you're Art Monk. He's caught so many of them in his career. Johnny Johnson was in there with the shot. But going back to the play before that, these are two that Art Monk is going to think about for a long time to come. Both of them, these passes were game winners.
I mean, this is no gimme. Let's not say that. That's no gimme. That ball is way out in front of him, and it certainly can't be compared to the first one he dropped.
A couple of weeks ago, he had been on the inactive list before that. Picks up the intercept, and the Rams are now 3-7, and the Redskins are now 7-3 and lead Dallas by 2. And our thanks to Steve Hurt downstairs and to George Hill and Malibu Kelly Hayes of Topanga up here in the booth. For the support tonight, Al Michaels along with Frank Gifford and Dan Deerdorf, and that's the story from RFK Stadium in Washington.
And I imagine that this game was well received in Chicago and San Francisco.
Because they're both 8-2. There's your final again. Rams 30, Skins 26.